Hi guys, I am back with my new betting prediction video. This is going to be for day 2 of IEM Katowice 2017. But firstly I'm going to go through a run through of what happened in day 1. So in the first game, Optic Astralis, this one was very close. I think it was 12-all at one point, and then Astralis managed to pull away with it, thankfully. Fnatic were 12-3 up at half time. This is a common theme, by the way, just throughout the day. And then NiP managed to get 14 rounds off them in the end, to make it 16-14 to Fnatic. NiP versus Astralis, it went to, what would it have been? Triple overtime or quadruple overtime, so it was 28-24 for Astralis. FaZe won convincingly against Immortals. Immortals won convincingly against Optic. This was the first one we lost, which I thought we were going to lose anyway, because I did put the higher odds on to FaZe, but put a low bet on Fnatic just to see if I could get the underdog win, but I didn't. Fnatic beat Optic convincingly. We got another loss here, which was Astralis versus Immortals. Immortals beat Astralis 16-12, which was pretty crazy. NiP versus FaZe. FaZe won convincingly against NiP, thankfully. And then Astralis versus Fnatic. We put low on Astralis, and they won in overtime, 19-17. And then NiP versus Immortals. Immortals won 16-14. There's so many really close games in this tournament. FaZe versus Optic. FaZe, yeah, it looks closer than it should have been in my opinion, but we still won it. Astralis versus FaZe, I think it was like 10-1 at one point, or like 8-0 to Astralis, which was pretty crazy. Then Fnatic versus Immortals, that was a sad game to watch, considering Fnatic were 13-3 up. And then they managed to lose at 16-14. Like, how? I don't even know. And then Optic versus NiP. NiP beat Optic for their first win. So the 3 teams that went out in this tournament for day 1 were NiP, Optic, and Fnatic. And then the teams that went through were FaZe, Astralis, and Immortals. And yeah, as you can see, I got like virtually every single Immortals game wrong apart from these 2. Just because they surprised everyone a lot. So we won 11 out of our 15 for that day, so I'm happy with that. I made a profit overall, so not going to complain at all. So this is for day 2. I just want to reiterate what my medium, low and high bets are. So my low bet is 5%, my medium bet is 10%, and my high is 20%. But you won't see any high ones in this one, just because it's a best of 1, and they're all very even games. Like, they could go either way, as you've seen from day 1. So the first one is Na'Vi versus Virtus.pro, which is going to be a hard game to start off with, but I think Virtus.pro are the best team in the world at the minute, especially seeing Astralis, they didn't look strong. So I've got 60-40 in favour of Virtus.pro. I'm going to put a medium bet on them. Cloud9 versus SK. I think this one will be a convincing win for SK, especially since they have Phelps in their lineup. Na'Vi versus SK. It's a very, very close game. I've just got it slightly in favour of SK. So I'm putting a low bet on them, just because otherwise it'd be too high risk. North versus Heroic. I think North will get this one quite convincingly. Even though Yugi for Heroic's looking pretty good at the minute, I don't think Heroic will be able to do anything in this tournament. Cloud9 versus Heroic. This is also a very close game. So I'm going to put a low on Cloud9. Yeah, it's a really close game. You might even consider skipping it, just because I don't think either of these 2 teams are going to make it through. So basically they're contending for bottom spot in my opinion. North versus Virtus.pro. I'm putting the favour in Virtus.pro. 65 to 35, so a medium bet on them. Again, world's best in my opinion, even though North will, I'd say definitely get above 10 rounds against them. SK versus Heroic. SK shouldn't have any trouble in this one, should destroy Heroic, so I'm putting a medium bet on them. Same with this one, Virtus.pro should destroy Cloud9, so I'm putting a medium bet on them. SK versus Virtus.pro. I think this is a close game, so I'm putting a low bet on Virtus.pro just because I think they might go on and win the tournament anyway. Yeah, I don't know, I just think Virtus.pro look a lot stronger at the minute. Na'Vi versus North. Even though Na'Vi haven't looked as strong as they should look, I think that they should take it away from North. Cloud9 versus North. North. I've put it in favour of North, 65 to 35, so I'm putting a medium bet on them. I just think their riflers are better and their tactics, so I just can't see how they'd lose that in my opinion, but you never know, there could be an upset. Na'Vi versus Heroic. Again, I don't see Heroic being able to do anything in this tournament, so I'm putting my money on Na'Vi, so a medium bet on them. Na'Vi versus Cloud9. Again, haven't looked great from Na'Vi, but they should beat a team like Cloud9, especially in the best of one. North versus SK. SK, second best team in the world in my opinion at the minute. Against a strong North team, but I'm putting a medium bet on SK. Like I said earlier, with Phelps in their lineup now, it looks a lot better than what it did with Fox in the major, so I have high hopes for them. And then Heroic versus Virtus.pro. So this is basically the top team in the group versus the bottom team in the group, so I think that's fairly self-explanatory, to be honest. But again, a medium, not a high, just because there still is upset potential, which you've got to take into account in every game pretty much. So like I've said in every video now, don't take my word for it. Do your own research, go on HLF TV, look at the stats, look at each player, look at the maps, you know, just go through every single stat that you can, and don't like max out on bets. Like, please don't, it's pointless. You won't earn any profit unless you get like seriously lucky, or if you do get a profit then it won't be as much because it will probably be on a team that's most favourable, if you get what I mean. But yeah, if you want to find this spreadsheet, it's going to be in the description. My Steam link is here, and I've got different codes for different sites that you can use. And shout out to Anonymous Rhino and Anonymous Turtle that are currently viewing this spreadsheet. They're my loyal subscribers. They've been there since day one. So yeah, I will be back with another video tomorrow on my day 3 predictions, which I think is the quarterfinals. Would that be the quarter? No, it'd be the round of... Yeah, it'd be the quarterfinals. Yeah, ignore me. Which I think are best of 3s, so they should be more like genuine results of what they what should happen. So there might be a couple of high bets on there, but you never know. Yeah, thank you for watching.